In the heart of South Asia, two nuclear-armed nations stand on opposite sides of a centuries-old rivalry, Pakistan and India. Both powerful, both proud, and both with a history of conflict that's anything but simple. But what if one day the conflict escalated to full-scale war? Who would come out on top in a war between these two nations? Today we dive into a topic that many fear but few truly understand: a hypothetical war between Pakistan and India. It's a complex scenario filled with potential for destruction, diplomacy, and, unfortunately, devastation. But let's break it down. Let's explore the strengths and weaknesses of both nations and analyze who might have the upper hand. First, let's look at the military might of these two nations. India, with a population of over 1.4 billion, has one of the largest standing armies in the world. The Indian Armed Forces are equipped with cutting-edge technology, including a variety of combat aircraft like the Su-30 MKI and the Tejas, a robust naval fleet and advanced missile systems. India also boasts a nuclear arsenal capable of deterring any adversary. But what about Pakistan? Pakistan's military, while smaller in comparison, is no less formidable. With a population of about 230 million, Pakistan has a highly trained, efficient military. The country has invested heavily in its nuclear arsenal, which includes a range of ballistic missiles. Pakistan's military is often praised for its tactical capabilities and strategic planning, especially considering the difficult terrain it has to navigate, such as the mountainous regions of Kashmir. In terms of sheer numbers, India may have the upper hand. The Indian Army is one of the largest in the world, with over 1.3 million active duty soldiers, compared to Pakistan's roughly 650,000. However, Pakistan's military is known for its agility and ability to conduct precise operations. If this war were to turn into a battle of attrition, Pakistan's smaller, more specialized force could prove to be a serious challenge for India. In the air, India's Air Force holds a significant advantage with a much larger fleet of modern aircraft. But Pakistan is no slouch either. While it may not have the same quantity, its jets such as the JF-17 Thunder are highly capable, and Pakistan's strategic use of airstrikes has been effective in past conflicts. Still, in terms of air superiority, India's fleet, including its Sukhoi and Mirage jets, would likely dominate. On the water, India also has the upper hand. The Indian Navy is a regional powerhouse with aircraft carriers, nuclear-powered submarines, and modern destroyers. Pakistan's Navy, while skilled, is far smaller and lacks the technological superiority India brings to the table. However, the geography of the region plays an important role in naval conflicts, especially with India's long coastline versus Pakistan's more limited access to the Arabian Sea. Now, geography plays a pivotal role in any war, and the landscapes of both Pakistan and India offer unique challenges and advantages. The mountainous terrain of Kashmir has always been a point of contention, with both countries claiming parts of this strategic region. If a conflict were to erupt, this area would be crucial. India holds the larger portion of Kashmir, but Pakistan has a foothold in the northern areas, which could be a major battleground. Siachen Glacier, the world's highest battleground, lies at the heart of this contested region. The harsh conditions make it difficult for both sides to fully capitalize on their military might, but control over this area gives significant strategic leverage. With both countries having invested in mountain warfare and harsh environment training, the high-altitude advantage could go to either side, depending on the specific circumstances of the war. But it's not just about terrain. Pakistan's strategic location allows it to control the major rivers that flow into India, such as the Indus. Disrupting water supply to India could severely affect agricultural production and freshwater access. On the other hand, India's vast and interconnected road networks give it better logistical mobility, allowing it to move troops and supplies more efficiently across its large territory. When discussing a war between Pakistan and India, it's impossible to ignore the nuclear factor. Both countries have nuclear weapons, and both nations have made it clear that any conflict would not be limited to conventional warfare. The presence of nuclear weapons adds a level of deterrence, but it also heightens the stakes. India's nuclear arsenal is considered more advanced, with a larger stockpile and long-range missiles capable of striking targets deep within Pakistan. Pakistan, however, has a robust nuclear program, and while its arsenal may not be as vast, it is still a credible deterrent. Additionally, Pakistan has developed tactical nuclear weapons designed for use on the battlefield, which could change the dynamics of a potential conflict. The threat of nuclear escalation would likely be a central issue in any conflict. Both nations are fully aware of the catastrophic consequences of nuclear war, and this mutual recognition of the mutually assured destruction theory often prevents full-scale conflict from escalating. While military might plays a crucial role, the international community would undoubtedly factor into the equation. Both India and Pakistan have strong international ties, but these alliances could shape the outcome of the war. India, with its growing global influence, has solid support from countries like the United States, Russia, and key nations in Europe. Pakistan, while strategically important to China and some other countries, might find itself somewhat isolated. However, diplomacy could play the most significant role in any war scenario. Both nations have historically been able to avoid full-scale war through diplomatic channels, such as the Shimla Agreement of 1972. In any modern-day conflict, international pressure would likely lead to efforts to de-escalate the situation before things got out of hand. So, who would win a war between Pakistan and India? The answer is far from simple. Both nations have unique advantages and weaknesses. India, with its larger military and technological superiority, might hold the upper hand in many areas, but Pakistan, with its agility, nuclear deterrence, and strategic position, could inflict significant damage. However, the real winner would not be determined by weapons, tactics, or military strength. The true victor in this scenario would be the country that avoids war altogether. The price of conflict between two nuclear powers is far too great, and the international community would play a crucial role in preventing an all-out war. In the end, the most important lesson is that peace, not war, is the only path forward, because no one truly wins in a war between two nuclear-armed nations. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into global affairs.